Infantry usually get blocked at the choke points, but one seasonal policy flipped this weakness into strength. I'll cover how Make a Way help your mobility, positioning, reinforcement, and city defense. And I'm going to start first with the mobility, boy oh boy. How does it change infantry movement? And it's simple, it let them ignore enemy blocks and they go directly the place they want to go. Now right now I don't have that seasonal policy, it's end of the season, I'm not quite sure where this video is going to come, but let's say what we're having right now is we're having some battle between two alliances. It's close to the gate, so if you have an infantry, let me bring my special weapon, in this castle over here, you can put this infantry directly behind those mages and marksmen. You can just do that and they're going to do a block. That's why I think especially in the choke points, first of all, the time that you're having Make a Way is a pretty decent one. I don't remember quite well how much seconds was, but it's a big time. So you have the opportunity with your infantry being second speed through by march speed after the cavalry, you can just go directly behind those mages, for example, and block them. So you don't even need to use blink in situation like this. Obviously you can have just one infantry. Also some of the alliances are putting something like a mana pit here, is also applying for mana pit. The moment you go out, you're having Make a Way. And this give you crazy mobility, not the infantry, you're not going to be able to get stopped by the other infantry or maybe cavalry, even from mages and marksmen, because the moment you get stopped is going to be the moment that you're going to stay there, you cannot go further. So Make a Way, I think this is extremely powerful weapon. Now if it's a choke point, for example, that what we're having here, this is huge gameplay, but maybe I can find a choke point somewhere. Yeah, let's say this choke point right here. If you have a castle that is basically here, you have enough time with Make a Way, and the enemy is somewhere here, you know. You have enough time with Make a Way to actually go here and block all the mages on this side or marksman, and you're not going to get stopped at this choke point. So I think it's extremely valuable, this Make a Way. People mostly when they say when we are talking about Make a Way, they're thinking about reinforcing bastions and things like this, which is correct. Make a Way by default was used majority of the time to reinforce bastions, but still you can use Make a Way for mobility in Call of Dragons, and you're going to get pretty decent results. You're going to have just one legion in the castle that you can send, for example, one of your alliance cities, some player from your alliance, you can have your infantry there, and with one you can actually bypass the defense. But if you want to bring like two infantry, you can directly just, for example, from here use a blink to teleport here, and you're going to have two legions behind the enemy, and you're going to actually stop them from escaping, with your words. The second thing I want to talk about is about the perfect positioning that Make a Way are giving you opportunity. Why is that powerful? It actually allows infantry to reach the exact frontline spot. We already talked about how you can bypass the choke points. We already talked about, for example, in case like this where the people are fighting around the gate, how you can go behind the mages and marksmen. And believe it or not, but positioning in the PvP is, oh my god, positioning in the PvP is something extremely important, not only for the mages to not get catched and get destroyed, but also for cavalry, also for infantry, and for the marksmen. Every troop have to have some good positioning if they want to get some merits from the fight. Now let's talk about the reinforcements. Obviously with Make a Way, if somebody is attacking your castle, let's say this person here get attacked, this one can easily send infantry to reinforce, and those infantry is not going to get stopped. So I think this is one of the situations, especially with the new changes in Call of Dragons, where the bastions is having something like a circle. Not quite sure that here we are having some bastions. I'm going to just check, do we have some bastions? At the moment we're not having bastions, but it's something like a circle around the bastion where you cannot actually teleport your city. And still, with the make away, you're going to be able to jump in the bastion. Still, in the process, the enemy can actually strike your infantry, but at the end of the day, it's very important to save the bastion. And this is just one feature in general from the seasonal policies. I think it's greatly support the infantry, the make away. You can stop the enemies. You can jump at the middle of the mage bow. There is just so much benefits, and the only thing you have to do is just find a way to make a way. Normally this is in the mana pits, in your player city base. You can just go there and go out and immediately charge at the middle of the enemy bow. So yes, I just wanted to talk about little about the makeaway because I think it's underestimated feature that the majority of the people are thinking only for the bastion reinforcement. But if you're strategic with your infantry, you can get some crazy reports, and we're start seeing more and more crazy infantry reports. It's not only mages or marksmen that is Brock in the global chat with some crazy merits report. It's also I start see a lot of infantry legions show it up in the global chat. So don't forget to like the video, also subscribe to this channel. If you're new here, let me know what you think about the infantry in the comments below. Do you use makeaway when you want to block the enemies, or you have some different strategy? Except for blink play, I think the whole Call of Dragons community know about the blink play, but still I think it's extremely valuable to get all the benefits from makeaway and not only just supporting bastions. So yeah, this will for this video guys. I really hope you enjoyed. I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.